Hey guys, welcome to the workshop. So today I wanted to show you how I made these really cool little pallet coasters out of a lot of scrap wood that I just had laying around in my shop. So let's jump right into it.
So I began this project by selecting my scrap, and all this scrap has been laying around in my shop for a long time, and I tried to use up every last piece of it. So this piece was already the width that I wanted it. I just needed to cut it to the 1/4 inch strips that I needed, and then also the 1/2 inch strips that I needed. Once I had all the pieces cut, I wanted to go ahead and cut them to right about 4 inches. Ended up about 1/8 inch shy of 4 inches. This particular one is the prototype. I wanted to see what I was going to do and how these were going to turn out. So all of these cuts are cuts that I ended up staying with, and they're the ones that I ended up repeating later in the process. So I felt like putting 4 on each side was definitely just not the way to go. We only needed 4 on the top where you would actually put your cup. On the bottom, I just went with 2. Saved me a little bit of material so I can get a little bit more of these made.
Okay, this pallet is done, but so this is pretty much like a prototype. Just wanted to see how this thing turned out. I really like it. I like the idea of doing 4 on the top, 2 on the ends. Kind of resembles the look of a typical pallet. The only thing I'm not really keen on are these boards being so wide. So I think what I'm going to do is just square them up a little bit more. And I think I'm going to start making batches of these. So I'm going to make as many 4 batches of the cherry that I can, and then I'm going to scour the rest of my shop for some scrap wood that I don't really need and just cut some of them up too. Okay, so that glue up is really taking a long time. It's not very efficient, so I came up with this jig that I think is going to work out pretty good because all I got to do is just set each piece of wood down in there with a little bit of glue. I just don't want to use any nails. I don't want you to be able to see little pinholes or anything. And all I have to do with this is set them all in there with a little bit of glue, and I've got the edges of this frame just short enough so I can actually apply pressure from up top without this thing scurrying around and messing up. This thing is going to work out real well. Okay, well, these things really turned out fantastic. I can't be more pleased with them. Once I put all of the orange beeswax on there, boy, it really popped. Looks really good, and I'm excited. And one of the biggest things about this, I'm not keeping these. You have a chance to actually purchase this. These are going to be up on my Etsy shop. If you don't know, I do have an Etsy shop. There's never been anything on it for sale. However, now there's these. I'm only going to put them up when I have them available, so it's simply, if you like them, then buy it. There is a link in the description to that page. These are made out of cherry, as you already saw in the video. I'm going to have other ones that are going to be made out of other types of material that I have as scrap. I've got some ash. I might have some spalted ash, which would be really nice. And then I've got some more cherry, some walnut, even some pine and poplar. Basically just a way to get rid of the scrap and to sell them to you. So be looking for these on the Etsy. And guys, if you enjoyed this one, please give me a thumbs up for this video. And also, if you haven't considered subscribing to my channel, please do that as well. Thank you for watching this one. I'll see you next time right here in the workshop.